she's actually isolating members of her own party, which isn't something new to Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene. So after MTG was bounced from Twitter last week, well, that pro-Trump pastor, Daryl Scott, he had a few things to say about her. Scott tweeted this. He said, "I'm tired of white conservatives like Marjorie Taylor Greene putting black conservatives in a bad position by spouting racist sounding stuff and wanting us to defend it and or her." She called outreach to black voters pandering. "I'm not standing next to that drivel." Ooh, I think he was at the end of his rope. He did not care. He is letting her know it is done. No. Because the reality is that we know what MTG has been up to, and it's been nothing but shenanigans, and it has been against all groups out there who are not white and predominantly white men. What do you think initially of this response, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, like the Republican Party's in a difficult position right now because, like, look, they're chock full of white supremacists. Like Republican Party is the party by and for white supremacists, right? That's where they're all flocking to right now. You literally have Nazis running around doing like rallies and marches. So like I get this tension, but also if you're wondering like who the Republican Party by and large is going to defend in this situation, like they would throw a black pastor under the bus before they would throw Marjorie Taylor Greene under a bus.
That is so incredibly true. And the sad part is that this Scott gentleman really doesn't seem to get that, which is why he still continues at least to side with the quote unquote conservatives. And it just, hey, some people need to learn and learn the hard way. But this is also something that we came to learn about Scott. So Scott followed up this tweet by noting people like Greene don't think formulating strategy to attract white suburban women is pandering. Some of Scott's followers tried to defend Greene by asking him to point to racist things she said, and Scott pointed to videos she made before being elected in which she said it was impossible for Muslims to be loyal to the United States, as well as infamous remarks she made comparing pandemic-related restrictions to the Holocaust. So clearly, Scott had receipts. He knew exactly who she was and threw it in the face of her little devoted minions and whatnot. The fact is that the woman doesn't need to scream out the N-words or racial epithets to be racist. It is in her actions, it's in the things that she says. And we know that black conservatives also likely have been ticked off by Marjorie Taylor Greene's other ignorant rants, such as when she said that black people are held slaves to the Democratic Party. She called George Soros a Jewish Democratic mega donor, a Nazi, and she said she would feel proud to see a Confederate monument if she were black because it symbolizes progress made since the Civil War. Come on now. It's like the woman has done everything but don a white hood in public. Anytime I'm sure that there's a sale on white sheets at Kohl's, she's a first in line. Let's not lie to ourselves about this. And it also probably didn't help that Greene unnecessarily has gone out of her way to attack black women lawmakers. Recently, when she was tossed from Twitter, she went on one of those little alt-tech, alt-right platforms, and she tweeted this. When Maxine Waters can go to the streets and threaten violence on Twitter, Kamala and Ilhan can bail out rioters on Twitter, and chief spokesman for terrorist IRGC can tweet mourning Soleimani, but I get suspended for tweeting VAER statistics. Twitter is an enemy to America and can't handle the truth. These black women were minding their own damn business. And of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene had to throw them in the mix because it's clearly upsetting to Marjorie Taylor Greene to see these women shine and do what they need to do. So of course, she had to muster all of her misogynoir to bring them into a conversation they were never a part of because she can't follow Twitter rules. Ben, I am tired. What are your thoughts?
I mean, this is like a tale as old as time in the United States, though, right? Like right wingers will always try to twist things to the point where literally even the Supreme Court of the United States has played games like this, where the first constitutional amendments to try to address, right, both slavery and racial inequality, racism in the United States, literally got turned into by the Supreme Court. They got turned into a right to union bust and a right to child labor, okay, in like the 1890s, I think it was. So these right wingers will take any aspect of American history. I mean, saying that people should celebrate like Confederate statues. Are you kidding me? And they'll claim that they're not the racist ones. And it's just this elaborate game because they know enough to know that being racist is bad. But that's where everything stops. And then after that, they just try to just do this mental pretzel to twist and turn logic into saying, no, you're the racist ones. It's definitely not, the people doing like these anti-Semitic conspiracy theories.
Being overtly racist is bad. Being covertly racist, perfectly on cue. It's just, we just continue to see the same antics gone again and again and again. And the thing is, the line keeps getting moved a lot closer when it comes to the racism that's going on, this new racism that Marjorie Taylor Greene and her cohorts really seem to encourage and emphasize.